Welcome to a discussion this morning on the Site Remediation and Emergency Response newsletter. This is a newsletter that the McIlvaine Company has been publishing for many years, and when you sign up at the $170 per year, you're actually having access to all the past issues back through 1999 online as well. So it's certainly a good bargain in that respect. And there is a newsletter that comes out every month. Let's just take a look at one. So, for instance, it would have market news here. Right now, of course, the cleanup of the nuclear power plant disaster at Fukushima is of high priority. And Mary Anderson, who is the editor of this service, has been analyzing the situation and the extent of the remediation effort, some of the things that may be done to clean up the water from the plant, and some of the vendors who have solutions for it. So that is one of the things that you see there. We track a lot of the things that's going on here, of course, is the EDV program that EPA runs to determine the performance of various products. We're covering things around the world. So here, for instance, is the remediation of a general chemical site in Ontario. And the problems that China's running into are pretty severe, as many of you know. It's one of the most polluted countries in the world, and is doing quite a bit now to try to clean up some of these sites, but it certainly has a lot more to do. And of course, there's a lot of munitions and other things from World War II even still around there. So we're going into industry news. PPG's removing all the chromium at a New Jersey site. And we get into company news. So for instance, here's a company that is working on this radioactive waste from the water in Japan. And we're examining the system that they're using and how they're going to remove some of the radioactive material. Scrolling down just to take this newsletter to its ultimate here. So here's Nevada has got an $81 million activity on remediation of a site. And so here's a company seeking partnerships to remediate brownfield sites. So you can go back sequentially through the newsletters. Here would be the March newsletter, which would be similar course in content. And as you can see here, right online, you can go back and look at all these issues, going back all the way to June 1998. So here is, just click on that one, and market trends, financial drivers, and Amoco. Even some of this information can be useful at even this advanced state. But the other way to go into it is to go up here and to check the whole site. So you can go in under a particular country, such as Canada, and look at the information this way. And everything that's shown up about Canada, you can go by importance, or you can go back and sort by date. Let's go back and sort by date. So here's the highlights of a symposium. We're trying to cover all these different symposia, and this is one earlier this year. And information about Canada was reported in this particular symposium. And here are some activities of a group from Canada with a contract. So you can see here there are 348 results just for Canada. So we'll just click to the second page. I think gives you plenty of information there. The cleanup of the oil sands is something that we're following pretty closely. We're tracking the zero liquid discharge activities and the cleanup of a lot of these waters. So this is a very big investment and requires a lot of the latest technology. So this is one of the areas that the newsletter does spend quite a bit of time on. So you can go in, again, by country, by industry. So, for instance, if you wanted to go in by remediation, let's say, of a chemical site as opposed to oil sands, you can go in and click on chemical. And so here's a Superfund site that's being remediated and so forth here. So that's another way to go into things. You can go in by certainly the gas industry, and you can also go in by technology. So you have soil vapor extraction, for instance, so you can go in by extraction and submit, and you would be picking up, the different information that comes up under a keyword such as extraction or pump and treat. You go in under pump and treat, go in under pump, for instance, or treat, and look at information that way. So, here's pump and treat systems. Pump and treat systems were installed. Pump and treat following something else again here. And there were 226 results that hopefully had things to do with pump and treat, but certainly with pump. So you can use one or more keywords. You can go in, if you used and here, and treat, instead of just pump, that you would narrow the field to 172 results. But then these are all pump and treat as opposed to just pump. So that way you come up with a more focused set of searches. So as you can see, we are getting into groundwater remediation, soil remediation. We're looking at oil sands. We're looking at nuclear. We're looking at a lot of the equipment, the consumables, the regulations all over the world. And we are looking at the eastern part of Europe, where there's a lot of work to be done, Asia, China, and the rest of the world. And again, Mary Anderson writes this newsletter on a monthly basis, and this is the area in which she specializes. We also do some consulting in the area as well. But this is a very inexpensive way to keep up to date with things that are going on in the world of remediation. We welcome any questions that you may have. You can get a hold of us at the McIlvaine Company, and this is Bob McIlvaine, and my number is 847-784-0012, extension 112. You can also reach Mary Anderson through this number, and she can answer your questions not only in English, but in Arabic and Russian and French. And so we look forward to talking to you. And this is Bob McIlvaine signing off for now. Thank you.